So, top the drink up and see who will be coming in. Also, I'm going to be showing you something in a second. And right. So, Gemma is going through a change. And let me explain. So, switch screen. One important thing, an animated talking Gemma will need either a dedicated AI avatar service like Hey Gen D ID, or we build it custom. I want to be straight with you so we can work properly and document every session with Gemma, the rough edges, yeah, everything. So my question is, when you imagine Gemma in her, what will she sound like? What's on the wall behind her? And as you can see right there, I'm painting a picture right there on the bottom prompt box. And I had to stop right there because I was running out of time. But this is good morning, Vivian. Good morning. So when I was talking to you about Gemma, yeah, Gemma was built by Claude, and Gemma is now installed in my laptop, and she's going to do things that nobody else has ever done. And that's important, to be the first to do stuff. That's the goal, the key. So that's where we are right this moment in time. So there's 15 here, and there's one like, and the one like was from Vivian. But this is a journey that I want to take. And as I said to Claude just before, well, about 15 minutes ago, we're going to push the boundaries. We're going to push them to a good place. And when you see the finished article in May, my hope is it blows your mind. That's the honest opinion. Now, I'm on my mobile because we are working across laptops at this current moment in time. And just to show you what I mean by that, let's introduce you to something. So what we got here is, you can see there's nothing on screen, nothing at all. However, there is there. Yeah. So why it's important. Like I say, I know there was like so Bok and others were talking. Hold on a second. Put the hair down a bit. Bok was on about, oh, can we have a live demonstration? You're going to get all of that. It's just I'm working by myself. Yeah. Heavy Metal Footy. We've got Idris. There's something. Yo. Morning, Paul. Do you find it worrying you are talking to AI more than real people. I speak to real people all the time. I do. See, this Gemma project, why it's important. Okay. Why it's important is because, like I said to Claude, I'm talking to Claude Sonnet on the big screen, and it's Claude Sonnet 4.6 Opus, which is pretty powerful. Yeah. But when I'm outside and I'm speaking to people, I'm asking them what their opinion is. And a lot of them are turning around and saying that, AI is going to pinch our jobs, etc. And saying to them, no, it all depends how you tackle the cause. The cause is this. This morning, I came across hold on a second. Right, I'm going to put you there. Yeah, because you're sitting a bit too close. Yeah. But this morning, I came across an American YouTube channel, Keith Edwards Show, which I shared to my Facebook. My Facebook's dead easy to find. Paul Gallant 1. Yeah. But I shared it because Keith has just gotten his gold YouTube. That's impressive. I want my gold, but I've got to get to the silver before I get to the gold. Would you agree? Yeah. So this journey is, I'm giving a plan to Claude, and Claude is working with me to make that plan something you can see. And Claude built Gemma, and I want an upgrade for summer. The upgrade is going to blow your mind. So what we got here, comment, him, you say that Seeking You and Geordie Nation are live. Geordie Nation is not live currently. I've still got to sort that out. Mike Pickering, morning. What's your thoughts on the Iran situation? It's way beyond what we can see. That's the honest answer. It is the superpowers doing what they do. So, yeah. Him is back in. If Seeking You is live, how much money has it made? Well, nothing at the moment, unless I haven't checked properly, because I'm trying to do other things. Him now, but as to what Mike was saying, there are stuff going on in the world which we are just a bystander. That's all we are at the end of the day, But getting back to what I was saying to you the other day, the one thing I will say is this: if anybody is like talking about www.seeking-u.co.uk or anything else related, like geordienation.co.uk, please put it in the comments once the video has finished. That's the excellent bit. Is it costing you much for Gemma? No. Gemma is free. I explained before Gemma was created. There's a thing which is currently doing the rounds called OpenClaw. And OpenClaw uses API to do its work, but the API bill can jump. So that's why. If Claude is going to help with ERC20s to get onto Waves, does it mean we'll see you in a private box? There's a very 99% chance. Yeah. Because I asked Claude, can you do this? Yes, I can. So, yeah, it is a very good chance. But what I'm going to give Gemma is a task solely for Gemma. And that is because I have another MMS, which at the minute I've heard nothing from Singapore. Nothing at all. So what I'm asking Gemma to do is this. I'm going to give her screenshots from what I downloaded. And I'm going to say to her, this is your remit. And if Gemma can do that, excellent. That means you get to see before I hear from Flova.ai. That's got to be positive. Has to be. Yeah. So, Jackie, how much is Gemma costing? Nothing. Gemma is free. What else we got? Monkey underscore says free Palestine. I agree. Yeah. We should all be able to live and do what we're doing without charge. And one of the reasons why was because there are some things which cost a lot of money, API wise. Yeah. So if we can move that cost to push it to one side, but still get what we are looking for, that's a bonus. Yeah. And that's how I look at things. Now, no doubt this box, which I showed earlier, I'm going to show you again. I'm going to show you this again, just so you all know. So, standing right in front of the TV. Now, between now and May, that's that section straight there. But I'm being asked a question there, which is I've got to explain to Claude, which I'm doing in the bottom box just here, her attributes, etc. Yeah? Reason why I'm sharing that with you is because seeing is believing. Would you agree? Yeah. So, and you've already seen the post I put up on YouTube where you can see Gemma's dashboard. We're just reinventing the dashboard. What about the API calls? Free. Heme returns. If you had to choose between free or free, which is more important? Well, one is a place on planet Earth. The other isn't. Equal Temper, more important, is Gemma another project? No, Gemma is not a project. What if they put Gemma behind a paywall? It's not going to happen. Gemma is just there to help every project, every single project. She is there to help. That's it. No paywall, no nothing. And come May, the end of May, when most people are looking forward to summer holidays, you're going to see the reimagined version. And that reimagined version will be rock solid all the way through from May to Christmas and into next year. Jackie is saying, is there not a security issue giving this free AI permission to use all your files? Why would there be a security issue? Explain. Jackie, Jan, explain. Because I don't see that. I want to grow the tasks. That's the remit. Yeah. Why would there be an issue? You don't make sense. Well, it didn't make sense to me, to be completely honest. But today I'm going to put Geordie Nation back up and carry on. Well, Vivian, the files may be used to train AI. That is 100%. Because the more we speak, the more we interact with artificial intelligence, the better it's going to get. Yeah. And I just want to be able to push in directions where YouTube jumps, where www.seeking-u.co.uk jumps, where www.geordie-nation.co.uk jumps. That's the remit. Yeah, well, hopefully, Vivian, hopefully. So him is saying a happy birthday to your son. Okay. I see. I Seeking you jumps to what it doesn't support any payments currently. Him, after the video, put it in the comments. I'll copy and paste it straight into the prompt. Dead easy. It's the easiest way you can do it. Crypto fan, have you managed to get college application sorted out? Course starts on Friday. I see. Very good, says the Peach. I don't know what that one is. PLU. I don't know what that flag is. Sorry, it's tiny. Why don't you put it in the comments in the business, not mine? What I do is when people post on my video, I normally tell lovable where the problem is. Oh, it's Israel. Oh, got you. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, crypto fan, we're all good here. Yeah. No angry stuff in my chat at all. Don't do it. Yeah. We're all human beings at the end of the day. Yeah. Wherever, whichever country you come from, you come from. Yeah. Can we see more of your prompts to Gemma? Yeah, there will be. It's just we are going through a technical phase. And yes, you will see more of Gemma talking and Gemma doing things. You'll see all of that. Let's focus on adult learning and apply to college. Well, one thing I could do is I can go into the city in the morning and get off at the train station and hobble down the street to where the college is. There's no problem with that. And I can do it alive from outside, walking in and speaking to them at reception. Because, yeah, adult education's important too. Right. Do you think college would be upset if Gemma did your homework? Well, she's not going to do my homework. Go on, Bennett, man. Gemma's just there to push what I'm looking at doing. Does Gemma give better responses if you're polite? Well, hopefully. I mean, Gemma's going to be where, say, if a member of my family comes round while Gemma's on screen and they're going to turn around and say, is that Sky News? And I'll turn around and say, well, talk to her. You know? She'll give you a response. And say what their reaction is. Same as like my neighbours. Just do some research and look online at the courses. Digital skills for beginners starts the 5th, free for those receiving benefits. Oh, I see. Yeah. The one thing, the reason why Gemma is important is because when I was looking at OpenClaw, OpenClaw seems to be the leader right at this moment. Well, the one good thing Heavy Metal Footy is saying, yeah, you forgot 32K TV, which is a smart contract, which Claude has said it'll do that. And what needs to happen is this. I've came across something which is called ETH gas the other day. I was watching at, blimmin' hell, man, getting burps off the coffee. Yeah, a fellow YouTuber called at 2-Bit Crypto was talking about something, and that was ETH gas, where apparently it's cheaper than where else. Streets of Home was supposed to be really, yeah. Well, what you got to look at though is multiple projects. Yeah, multiple projects, not one. No, no, no. But if I give all of those projects to Gemma, then Gemma will have her friends sort that out. Multiple projects means multiple sources of pounds. Yeah, correct. But what Gemma's doing is working through what her remit is while I look at something else. Gemma won't be able to create a game. Let me just help you. There are a lot of different purposes, a lot of different things that OpenClaw is capable of doing. Yeah. And if one of those is doing a game, then it does a game. It builds a game. And Gemma should get to keep the profits if she does all the work. Really? Is that where you're coming from, crypto fan? I don't see it that way. But yeah, you're allowed your opinion. AI can assist in game creation. It won't actually make it. Well, I don't know on that one, because the one which everybody is talking about right at this moment, like it's something godlike, is OpenClaw. And so SP draws, what are you talking about? We're just talking about things which are happening. Jackie is saying, Paul, ask any comp sci student / grad, it won't create a game. Okay, so you're an expert. Fair enough. You're an expert. I'm just trying to achieve something. Yeah. Sure. Right, what time is it? What time we got? Okay. We've still got time. Because what I've got to do before I nip to the shop is give it a bit more of information in the bottom prompt box as to Claude's question to me, and then set it off on its journey. Right, so what we got here? Yeah, what was this? Yeah, you're perfect. Then you are, at least Paul is trying, a Geordie lad trying his best. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the whole purpose. Like last year was 1, 2, 3 things popped up. Looked at doing 3 things, got 2 of them, bang, done. And it's also updating. It wasn't just about ping up www.seeking-u.co.uk and its mirror image. No, it was about other stuff as well. Why is other stuff matter? Because they're ideas as well. Ideas can generate money. Now, one thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky this morning. Well, it's almost dinner time, but I'm going to be a little bit cheeky. So here we go. Now, you can see there, Claude. Yeah. Personal assistant, recent revisit, Geordie Nation. Yeah. Remix, Geordie Nation. But I want you to look right there. You see it? Right there. Now, that is something that'll cost nearly £1 million, almost. But it's on there. And why it's on there? It's something we use every single minute of the day. Every single one of us. Yes, Jackie, liquid storage. Yes. CryptoFan, it would cost closer to $1 billion. Do you think that? Really? I don't. Why it's important, that project? Because everybody is talking about these huge, massive data centers. I think they're approaching the problem in the wrong direction. Just my opinion, right? But never mind. And CryptoFan saying, yes, it would cost billions. Jackie's going, what was the idea of having data underground in the sea with gods underground? Why do you think you know better than them? Because what they're trying to achieve is this, CryptoFan. Here's what they're trying to achieve. A ginormous factory type building filled to capacity with electronic servers, etc., which all need massive amounts of energy. Massive amounts. So if you change it, flip it round, still have the data, but flip it in a different direction, you haven't got that massive cost. I think experts who are dedicated their time to learning about data know more than you. Oh, right. Fair enough. Fair enough. You don't have to be... What was that? What the heck was that? You don't have to be an expert. I'm not an expert in any shape or form. But I've still done what you've seen. The massive install cost would outweigh any savings, says CryptoFan-UK. Ross donated 55. Well, no, you haven't donated 55 because there's nothing at the top of the screen. You do have to be expert. That is your problem. Oh, ouch, CryptoFan-UK. Ouch. So by trying to do something, you automatically, when you walk through the door and take your seat and explain, you then have to go through diploma, degree, to PhD by the time you finish doing all of your speech and walk back out the door. It doesn't quite work that way, mate. If you go to college, you can become an expert. So if by let's go hypothetically here. If by the end of May, which is the end of our football season, yeah, Claude has built what I want it to build so that you can see it. And then, you can see it and you can see the interaction that I'm speaking to Gemma. Gemma's talking to me. Then that means nothing. What we got? I guess you'd have to train to be a brain surgeon now. I'll look up a YouTube or ask AI instead. Well, AI is going to keep growing, Heavy Metal Footy. It's not going to stop. There's a massive chunk of money. We could survive on it for decades and decades. Crypto fan back in again. I'm sorry, Paul, but yes, all this AI stuff does mean nothing. Ooh. Do me a favor then, crypto fan. Your exact statement just there when I've finished my live, stick it into the comments so I can say that to Lovable and say that to Replit. Yeah? And I'll see what they say. You think AI will create an underground? No, why does Jackie get the wrong end of the stick? Why? I don't get that. I really don't get that. You should grow your hair more. Okay. It won't hurt to go to college, Paul. You seem against it. I'm not. The point is, this is a valid point, just for you. The valid point is this: if you go to college, yeah, if you've got transport to get to college, fine, wicked. I like that. But if you've got to rely on public transport, there's a problem. The problem being public transport stops at a specific time of the evening and it doesn't restart till the next morning. That's just, that's how it is. It's not like Newcastle upon Tyne, where stuff runs 7 days a week. They don't do that here. Most college students are young. Most don't even have a driver's license. Okay. You need a bus service for that. You're right, Vivian. You're right. I was speaking to drivers for the past 3 weeks. Not just one driver. Gordon Bennett, man. I don't even have fingers and toes to count it. But what I've said to them is about, first of all, when I was speaking to the drivers, was, do you get a bonus? No. And I turned around and I says, what about this? Do you get the chance to rise up within the company to take another job? No. And then I said, when it comes to Christmas, 3 dedicated questions, do you get a bonus? No. And I was like, so there's 3 questions I've asked. Was it? You can join the college when the People's Buzz is in full swing. Well, when that happens, I'm still going to go to the college. I'm still going to like show them the route of what I'm trying to do. Show them on my laptop and say, this is what I'm kind of doing at the moment. You go live daily? Yeah, of course I do. It's normally like 11:30 in the morning or 7 p.m. at night. Everyone's kind of like got home, had their tea. So yeah, it's twice a day. And sometimes I don't make one of them. Sometimes I miss the 11:30, but I do the 7. It just depends what the workload is. Crypto fan saying, if you're worried about traveling, you should do a course remotely. If I do a course remotely, crypto fan, and I've got a question that I need answering in a college environment, you stick your hand up in the air. That's been the problem. But in person, it would be good for networking with other IT geniuses. Okay. Which country you in? Which country? I'm English. United Kingdom. I just don't live where I was born. I live somewhere else. Now, as I say, what I want to do is tell Claude the exact plan so Claude can prepare for what's to come. The Pete is saying, Paul, if you go to college, you might end up. Whoa! I wasn't expecting that, the Pete. I was not expecting that. Wow. Teaching. Okay. I suppose. Yeah. But not going to count me eggs before. Now, one thing, yeah, is the Pete in most of the Colin. I hope you're saying. I hope you are saying your please and thanks. I always talk to, when I'm talking to Claude, to Lovable, to Replit, to Gemini, every single time. It's like I'm talking to a human being. Very good morning, etc. Can you do this, please? And that's all the time, because that's what I've done all my life. Yeah, if I'm talking to somebody, it's using etiquette. Well, all of the AI, like what Gemini will create, they're under her control, and each one is capable of doing multiple jobs at the same time. So yeah, but I'm going to crack on with Claude and give Claude a big prompt, and then Claude will know exactly what's going to happen in May, or it might be before May, but we'll see where it goes. All things are possible Yes, they are. That's very true, 100%. Will Claude be getting a pay rise? I doubt it. But you never know. The one thing which I showed you before, which is the data, that's the biggest thing on planet Earth. For anything. Yeah? Because we all use data, every single one of us. Now, so Chris is asking you to apply for your passport. We don't want you missing. Yeah, well, that's what I'm waiting on a refund. You remember I spoke to you about the mobile phone, the new mobile phone? I'm waiting on a refund to go into my bank so I can do my passport and then save up. I've got the hiccups, man. Really. Damn. But yeah, so I can get to Milan. If AI didn't exist, what do you think you would be doing right now? Probably playing guitar. Good afternoon, Joshua. Sunday. Good afternoon. Long live Iran, says SMU. Okay. Well, I mean, we're all countries. Yeah. Now, hope to see everybody come 7 p.m. Hope to. But I won't be long, right? Because I'm doing testing at the moment, and the testing is when is the Milan trip? Believe it's July. I believe it's July, which means I'll have to take summer things like shorts, etc. to Milan. But I've got to get there first, and I ain't swimming. We are all adults learning. That's very true. Do you have a hotel booked? Not yet. I don't. I'll find out more information on Thursday because we're doing a YouTube content creators then. So I'll find out then. But they've asked me. That's the main thing. They've asked us. And so yes. But thank you all very much. See you. I hope to see you all 7 p.m. Heavy Metal Footy, is Gemma going to Milan with you? Yeah, she'll be on my mobile phone. Yeah, she will be. Get prepared for your interview. Okay. But I thought I'd show you bits before the full reveal. Yeah. And that way, you know what I'm trying to do. So, thank you all, and see you all at 7 p.m. this evening.